Young people in today's contemporary society are often described as increasingly socially conscious and predicted to be one of the most progressive generations so far. Ellen Dodd, a student at the University of Newcastle currently completing a bachelor's degree in environmental sciences, reinforces this idea through her passion for environmental conservation, which has led her to take on a number of different forms of action. She said,
"One simple change that I have made was switching from an omnivore to a vegan diet. I have also participated in local native tree planting days. To combat rising greenhouse emissions, I commute to university on public transport or rideshare. I now buy almost all of my clothes second-hand, and I give my soft plastics to Newcastle University, who has a program recycling them into necessary furniture. I try to encourage others to be environmentally friendly on a daily basis, generally by making them aware of how their actions could have a negative impact and/or suggesting alternatives. I also try to stay up to date on environmental issues, so that if a conversation does arise on a particular topic, I can give factual information."
Ellen's interest in conserving the environment shares similarities with the Mastar Gen Z Global Sustainability Survey, which highlights that youth demand a sustainable future and believe more investments in renewables from public and private sectors is critical to achieving this. However, the Mission Australia's 2017 Youth Survey report found that only 10.9% of young Australians believe that the environment is an important issue in society. Additionally, a study by the German Federal Office for the Environment found that only 21% of those aged under 25 thought that an intact environment and the chance to enjoy nature were important parts of a good life. Claire Bowen, a university student at Sydney Uni, said,
"It's hard. I hear a lot about the environment on Facebook and in the media, but I don't necessarily feel like I can make more environmentally friendly choices. Maybe when I move out of home, but at the moment, it really depends on the choices my parents make."
Young people have grown up in a society where putting ourselves before the planet has been normalised. They have grown up in a world where not being environmentally conscious is acceptable, and there is no backlash for doing so,
said Ellen Dodd. This lack of action by young people frustrates her, as she believes that as the generation who must deal with the crisis left behind by older generations, they should care the most. She also said that
they are the ones that can make change in coming years. If youth are excited about making environmentally conscious decisions, then they have the power to break the cycle of putting convenience above the environment and put real effort into turning things around.
Therefore, whilst it appears that young people are slowly becoming more aware of the need for environmental action, more needs to be done to accelerate this process before it is too late.